Hi tutors! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you are new here, this channel shares helpful content about ESL jobs, teaching tips, and opportunities for Filipino online tutors. Another week means another video about ESL job opportunities. If you are a new tutor or someone who does not have prior teaching experience, you might want to consider applying to RareJob and NativeCamp. RareJob and NativeCamp are companies that are very popular among Filipino tutors, especially beginners, because they focus mainly on Japanese learners and they are known for hiring tutors even if they are new to online teaching. So for today's video, we are going to compare these two well-known ESL companies. We will talk about their students, salary, scheduling system, requirements, and also their tax or deduction system. By the end of this video, you should have a clearer idea of which company might be a better fit for you depending on your schedule, experience level, and teaching style. So first, let's talk about the students. RareJob mainly teaches Japanese students, including professionals, university students, and adult learners who want to improve their English communication skills. Based on my experience, I had the chance to teach adult professionals and some high school students. In general, Japanese learners are known for being respectful, polite, and very serious about learning English. However, many Japanese students can be a little shy at first. Some of them may hesitate to speak, especially during the beginning of the class. As a tutor, it is important to encourage them and ask open-ended questions to help them express their ideas more confidently. Once they become comfortable with their tutor, many Japanese learners become more talkative and engaged in the lesson. This is why patience and encouragement are very important when teaching Japanese students. Now let's talk about NativeCamp students. NativeCamp also has mostly Japanese learners because the platform originally started in Japan. However, the platform is more open to students from different countries. Aside from Japanese students, you may also encounter learners from places like Taiwan, Korea, and sometimes other parts of the world. And one unique feature of NativeCamp is that many students subscribe to a plan that allows them to take unlimited lessons. Because of this, some students take short lessons frequently just to practice their speaking skills. The platform operates 24 hours a day, which means students can enter classes anytime. Tutors may experience more spontaneous or instant lessons compared to other ESL platforms. Now let's talk about the lesson materials. RareJob provides structured lesson materials for tutors. And most lessons already have a guide that includes reading passages, vocabulary explanations, questions, and discussion prompts. This system is very helpful for beginner tutors because you don't need to prepare your own lesson plan. You simply have to follow the material and guide the student through the lesson. RareJob also offers different types of courses, including daily conversation, business English, grammar practice, and speaking activities. Because the lessons are structured, the class flow usually feels organized and predictable. On the other hand, NativeCamp also provides teaching materials, but the lessons can sometimes be more flexible depending on what the student wants to study. Some students choose structured materials, but others prefer free conversation practice, where they simply talk with the tutor to improve their speaking skills. Because of this, NativeCamp classes can sometimes feel more relaxed and conversational. Next, let's talk about the salary. For RareJob tutors in the Philippines, The pay usually starts around 50 pesos per 25-minute lesson, which is roughly 100 pesos per hour if you teach 2 classes. Your income may increase depending on incentives, your performance as a tutor, and the number of lessons you teach. Some tutors also receive additional bonuses based on student ratings or the number of classes completed. If your schedule becomes fully booked and you teach consistently, your monthly income can gradually increase. Now let's talk about NativeCamp. NativeCamp tutors usually have a lower base pay per lesson. Many tutors report earning around 30 to 45 pesos per 25-minute lesson, which is approximately 60 to 90 pesos per hour, depending on how many classes you receive. However, NativeCamp has a feature called a sudden lesson. This means students can enter your class instantly without booking in advance. Some tutors like this system because if they stay online for several hours, they may receive multiple sudden lessons during that time. Your income can also increase if you receive good tutor ratings, if students add you to their list of favorite tutors, or if your profile becomes more visible on the platform. However, income can sometimes be less predictable compared to platforms that use scheduled bookings. Now let's talk about scheduling and flexibility. RareJob requires tutors to open lesson slot in advance. Students then book those available slots based on their own schedule. So this system is helpful for tutors who prefer a predictable routine because you already know when your classes will happen. Many tutors like RareJob because they can plan their day around their confirmed bookings. NativeCamp works very differently. Instead of opening scheduled slots, tutors can simply go online and wait for students to enter their classes. Students can start a lesson instantly through the sudden lesson system. This means you can start teaching anytime, but it also means that sometimes you may need to wait for students if there are many tutors online. Some tutors enjoy this flexibility because they can log in whenever they want. However, other tutors prefer scheduled bookings because it provides a more stable schedule. Now let's talk about the requirements. RareJob usually prefers applicants who are college graduates or currently enrolled in college, or the undergraduates can apply. They also require good English communication skills, a quiet teaching environment, and a stable, reliable internet connection. Tutors are usually expected to use a laptop or desktop computer when teaching. NativeCamp has more flexible requirements compared to many ESL companies. Teaching experience is not always required, which makes it attractive for beginners who want to try online teaching for the first time. As long as you can communicate clearly in English and follow the platform's guidelines, you may qualify to become a tutor. Now let's talk about the tax and deduction system. RareJob is a Philippine-based company, so they automatically deduct around 10% withholding tax from your tutor fees every month and send it to the BIR. However, tutors have the option to apply for a lower tax rate, usually around 5%, if you register properly as a self-employed or a freelancer with the BIR. Some tutors may even qualify for 0% withholding tax, depending on their tax status and the documents they submit. RareJob will usually provide instructions on how to process these requirements once you become part of the company. NativeCamp works a little differently because NativeCamp is a foreign platform. They typically do not deduct Philippine income tax from your salary. This means you receive your full payment, but you are responsible for declaring your income and paying your own taxes as a freelancer. However, NativeCamp does have around a 10% deduction, which is usually described as a platform or service fee rather than a tax. So this deduction is used for maintaining the platform and operating the system. Because of this fee, some tutors feel that their actual earnings become slightly lower than expected. So this is one important factor that you should consider before deciding to apply. Now, the big question is, which one is better? RareJob may be a better option for tutors who prefer structured lessons, stable bookings, and a more predictable teaching schedule. NativeCamp, on the other hand, may be better for tutors who want more flexibility and the ability to teach anytime through instant classes. Ultimately, the best company depends on your personal schedule, your experience level, and the teaching style that you feel most comfortable with. Some tutors even try both platforms so they can compare the experience and then they can decide which one works better for them. But before you decide which company to apply to, here are a few helpful tips. First, prepare a good self-introduction video. Both RareJob and NativeCamp require a short introduction video for your tutor profile. Make sure your background is clean, your lighting is bright, and your voice is clear. Your introduction video is very important because this is the first impression students will see when they visit your profile. Second, focus on clear pronunciation and positive energy. Japanese learners appreciate tutors who speak clearly, smile often, and explain things in a simple and friendly way. Your attitude during the lesson can strongly influence student satisfaction and ratings. Third, be patient during your first month. Yes, new tutors sometimes receive fewer bookings at the beginning, and this is completely normal. As you receive more ratings and feedback from students, your schedule usually becomes fuller. So take it easy. And last but not the least, build a strong tutor profile. A good tutor profile should include a friendly photo, a formal one, a short but engaging bio, and information about your teaching style and interests. Many students choose tutors based on their profiles, so it is important to make yours attractive and welcoming. And that's our comparison of RareJob and NativeCamp for Filipino ESL tutors. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content about ESL companies, ESL interview tips, and strategies to succeed as an online English tutor. If you have experience teaching in RareJob or NativeCamp, feel free to share your experience in the comment section. Your advice might help other aspiring tutors who are planning to start their ESL journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now!